Now if you look in the center of the screen, you can see right there the Oscar cichlid doing what he does best, begging for food. Hey everyone, this is DW's Darius and welcome to another day in the yard. So today we're looking at the backyard pond, and it's that time of the year when it's time to take my tropical fish out of the pond because it's September, and you know in September that cold temperature likes to sneak up on you. Now actually this week is going to be a heat wave, so we have temperatures in the 90s, but this is Labor Day weekend and I have a lot of time on my hands, so I'm just going to spend this time to get these fish out of this pond. So if you follow the channel, you know a couple of weeks ago I showed you guys the fish in this pond with a GoPro view. You know I have the Oscar cichlid, I have a peacock bass, I have a severum, I have a green chromide, and I have a green terra. I think for the most part it shouldn't be too hard. Let me give you guys a look at some of the tools I'm going to be using. Today it's just extremely sunny out here, so everything on the camera is looking kind of crazy. But I have me two nice big nets. The significance of these nets is that they have tiny little holes, that way I don't have to worry about the fish getting stuck with their fins and everything like that. I have my two buckets. I have, for just in case, a pump if I need to take out water, and we should be good to go. Okay, so far I already spotted the fish, so you probably can't see on the camera, but down in the shallow part is the green terror. He likes to stay down there. Over closer to the left side, over there I have the peacock bass because he likes to sit there and wait for a feed. I can see him right there. We have the severum down in the deeper part. You might be able to see that little orange dot right above my finger. That's the severum. The green chromide, he's going to be the hardest because he camouflages so well. And the Oscar is just always on the surface, so he should be the easiest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go for the hardest first. Well, not the hardest, the second hardest, which I think is the peacock bass, and it's just because he's so fast. And I'm going to try to catch him the same way they catch him in the wild, and that's just with a bait. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a net in the water, and then hopefully I could drop a feeder fish in front of the net. He goes for the feeder regardless of the net, and hopefully I can swoop him up. Sounds easy, sounds like it might work, but you know, we don't know until we try, so let's just get straight to it. Oh, almost fell. Look at this grow out pumpkin seed. These will go in the tank eventually, but right now all I need is, look, I have another one. Pretty soon I'm going to do a native tank and these guys are going to go in it. But for now I just need this guy. This right here is a goldfish. I kept him in here for a couple of days just to make sure he's healthy, and this is what hopefully is going to catch this peacock bass. So the net is already in there, and the goal is to drop the fish right over the net. And of course, oh, so he took the bait. He waited for the fish to swim away from the net, and then he took it, so that definitely didn't go as according to plan. So I'm gonna try it one more time. So the goldfish is actually staying inside the net, but the peacock bass, he must be watching from a distance, and he's not coming anywhere near it. Which means he's definitely going to make this a challenge. I can see him, he's right there. He sees the goldfish, he just also sees the net. So let's just see if I can wait it out. So the first plan of just allowing the bass to swim inside the net definitely didn't work out as according to plan, so I'm going to have to just get straight to it. I don't want this to be a drag, so I'm just going to get in the pond. So getting in the pond really didn't help too much because these fish are extremely fast. So next I'm just going to drain some water and see if that helps. Oh. Okay everyone, so I have all the fish caught. Turns out that it took me about half an hour trying to catch them while the water was still in the pond. But the moment I drained it to about maybe only 20% water being in the pond, I caught them within like 10 minutes. And here's a quick look at them. So right now I have these nets over them just so they won't jump out. But in this bucket, we have my Oscar cichlid. I'm not sure how well you can see it. But the Oscar cichlid in there, the peacock bass, and the green terra. These three are all going to be going inside the 350. And then in this one, we have the green chromide, and we have the severum. Now, out of all these fish, the one that seemed to look the best after this whole being in the pond is the green chromide. He grew to be about close to 6 to 7 inches. Very beautiful fish, has a nice coloration, but this guy is extremely shy. So even when I put him in an aquarium, you may not be able to get a good look at him. Let me see if I could. I don't want to take him out because he was jumping a lot and I don't want him to jump. Let me see. He's just so skittish, but this guy definitely looked the best out of everybody, and he and the severum are going to be going in a 210. Now I wanted to add the severum to the 350. The only problem with that is that the red devil would definitely try to fight him, and I won't be adding the chromide to the 350 only because he doesn't eat the same food as them. His mouth is smaller, so he's going to need a more algae based food, and like definitely give him it better inside the 210. But yeah, now I'm just going to go and let these guys acclimate, and that's going to be the season of fish in a pond. Now with the pond itself, I have water being filled back up. And to my surprise, the koi throughout the process were extremely calm, which I definitely, that definitely helped out a lot. Even though the water was up to their backs, because some of these guys are pretty big, they still stayed calm throughout the entire process. So definitely, that was awesome. So now I'm just going to let this thing fill back up, and that's going to be a wrap.